World Cup Under 21 Women Final. Our visiting team today is dressed in white and blue. Please welcome the Ottawa Capitals. Our home team, dressed in yellow and blue. Please welcome the Burlington Bayhawks. Our lineup for today, starting with the visiting team, the Ottawa Capitals United. Number 1, Brittany Clendenin. Number 1, Tessa Ritchie. Number 4, Asha Mohandeen. Number 5, Alexa Dirksen. Number 6, Jolene Wong. Number 7, Vanessa Germano. Number 8, Ariel Cabanangu. Number 10, Vanessa Elzamar. Number 13, Emily Copeland-Dinnan. Number 14, Sydney Brom-McLeod. Number 16, Kelsey Saha. Number 26, Melat Sorrente. Number 70, Jenny Wong. Coach Raz Alzamar and manager Tessa Ritchie. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the lineup for the home team, the Burlington Bayhawks. Number 4, Angela Kutai. Number 5, Collie Keegan. Number 8, Nikita Schofield. Number 9, Sarah Ferrano. Number 12, Danielle LaFrance. Number 13, Grace Ratham. Number 14, Maddie Greek. Number 15, Julia Lombardi. Number 16, Claudia Kupix. Number 17, Sarah Lowicki. Number 29, Taylor McLean. Number 66, Chanel Vanny. Number 1, Michelle Denley. Number 23, Tareen Dunham. Number 3, Amanda Bowles. Coach Neil Schofield, assistant Ralph Collars, and manager Sue Gotham. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I would also like to introduce the game officials for today's game. The referee, Melissa Stevens. Assistant referee, Donya Parabi. Assistant referee, Brenda Bennett. And fourth official, Jessica Pack. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd also like to introduce the ball retrievers that are here to assist us with retrieving balls around the soccer field. Hannah Seeley, Gabby Thomas DeMuzio, Madison Martin, Abigail Stinson, Haley Postil, Autumn Heatherly, and Carly Lynch. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce our special guests that are here today representing the Ontario Soccer Association. Mr. Ron Smales, President of the Ontario Soccer Association, and Mr. Joe Camacho, Director at Large with the Ontario Soccer Association. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if we can ask you all to stand for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your 2015 Under 21 Women Provincial Finalists. Enjoy the game, folks, and do take some time to visit our Gatorade orange tent to the left of the stadium for some free Gatorade. So enjoy your stay, stay hydrated, stay cool, put on some suntan lotion, you're in for a great game.
Hello everyone, welcome to Ontario Soccer Association Ontario Cup action here in Oshawa, Ontario. This is the third championship matchup of the day. Thank you for following along at OSA_tweeter on Twitter and OntarioSoccer.net. This morning the North Mississauga Panthers winning the U18 Girls Division Ontario Cup. And we just saw the Woodbridge Strikers win the U18 Men's Championship, and now it is time for the Under 21 age division. Playing in front of us here, moving from left to right on your screen, the Burlington Bayhawks in the yellow and blue uniforms. And on the other side, straight across from them in the white and blue, moving from right to left, are the Under 21 Capital City ladies from Ottawa. Ball will go out along the end line. The Burlington Bayhawks Under 21 women's team getting to this situation after winning 3-1 against Waterloo United in the quarterfinals on July 4th. And then winning yesterday 3-2 against the North Mississauga Panthers. In a highly anticipated rematch of a couple of very talented teams. On the other side, for Ottawa Capital United, an 8-0 victory over Waterloo United. Got the matchup with the Toronto Lady Lynx U21 team. That was a 4-1 victory for Ottawa Capital United. Then yesterday, they beat the St. Catharines Jets in the Ontario Cup semi-final. 3-1 was the score in that matchup. So these teams have both qualified for the Ontario Cup championship game here in Oshawa at the Oshawa Civic Stadium. And up front, it's Ariel Kubangu pushing the ball along the front side. They're tapped on, unable to be controlled. Working on the front edge right now for Ottawa Capital United. Emily Copeland-Dinan, Sydney Braun-McLeod, and the aforementioned Ariel Kubangu. Chopped ahead, up and out of play. The goaltender for the Ottawa Capital United team taking on the Burlington Bayhawks here is Tessa Ritchie from Mount Allison University, playing out on the East Coast, averaging 1.9 goals against per game in 10 games started, playing all 90 minutes of all 10 games she played in. And has a .732 save percentage throughout her university career. Grace Graffam battling there alongside Madeline Greep. Graffam Chased there by Kabangu. And Keegan Colley also playing on that defensive back end alongside Grace Graffam. And Chanel Vanny, who unfortunately was part of a play yesterday which nearly allowed the North Mississauga Panthers to get the victory and be in this Ontario Cup final instead of the Burlington Bayhawks. Some confusion between her and her goaltender led to her losing control, as Vanny will go back and safely turn this away. Nearly lost control of the ball. Goaltender ran into Vanny. Ball popped free, and North Mississauga buried it for their first score of the game as Graffam looking long down the sideline. Reaching out to try and keep that in was Angela Kutaya. Kutaya playing yesterday, getting 2 goals for the Burlington Bayhawks. Played at the University of Texas, El Paso. Was also the co-captain for the Blessed Sacrament basketball team in Burlington at the Ontario Junior Elite Basketball League, and a regional Ontario player for both soccer and basketball, the City of Burlington Junior Female Athlete of the Year, while earning 4 letters in soccer, basketball, and volleyball at Notre Dame Secondary School in Burlington. So Kutaya looking to get back onto the scoreboard this afternoon. Going backwards now, Graffam having to pass that away from the charging Ottawa forwards. Now it's Kabangu working alongside Vanessa Els-Asmir. And the lefty shot is up and collected. That coming off the foot of Sydney Braun-McLeod. Claudia Krupix chasing around defenders in their own side here for Ottawa Capital United. A nice pass there down the left sideline. Burlington Bayhawks unable to keep it in. Sydney Braun-McLeod, I mentioned, playing here for Ottawa Capital United, wearing the number 14, the striker. Played at James Madison University 2014 as a sophomore, appeared in 9 games, scored 3 goals. 3 goals tied her for 3rd place on the team, and actually had a game winner against James Madison rival UMass in a 2-1 game there. So a high-level striker trying to get on the board here early on, nearly 10 minutes into action. Kabangu. Now wide to Dirksen. And Braun-McLeod unable to control. Out of touch. There's Graffam. Graffam with Krupix. And played back all the way to Tessa Ritchie. And Kabangu. Barely onside there, but able to get the scoring opportunity. On a nice pass through the box. Grace Graffam, mentioned several times. Charging on the ball now, wearing 13 for the Burlington Bayhawks. Plays for the University of Western Mustangs of the OUA in London, Ontario. Now that's Charant on the defensive end for Ottawa Capital United. In a slow-moving first couple of minutes here as the wind continues to kick up. About 45-kilometer-an-hour gusts this afternoon here in Oshawa. As our first foul of the match is called. Being chased down the near sideline now. Tackle but taken out of bounds. That was Dirksen moving forward for Ottawa Capital United. Supported on the backside now. Back to Dirksen. Tipped away by Graffam. Claudia Krupix chased down by Angela Kataya. And Dirksen again unable to reach out and receive the pass. A nice move there by Nikita Schofield. And a give and go here from the Burlington Bayhawks as they start to streak down the left side. Turned back into the middle, a rebound available. It's Graffam. Give and go inside. Burlington with a lot of numbers forward right now. And Emily Copeland-Dinan. A good turn there from Sydney Braun-McLeod, the James Madison product. Streaking down the left sideline. Challenged by LaFrance. All the way across now, Sarah Lewicki. Lewicki playing at Florida Gulf Coast University. Had an assist against Murray State at home in a 4-0 victory this past year. Studying biology. Pressed back now are Burlington. It's Graffam on the back edge with Keegan Colley. Madeline Greep across to Vanny. There's Krupix. All the way across to Madeline Greep coming in on net, chopping it into the far post, and no one is there. But a solid rush from the Burlington Bayhawks. Kabangu. Across to Braun McLeod. Pass into the heart of the Burlington defense. Taken there by Charent. Jenny Wong also working the midfield for Ottawa Capital United, who chopped the pass ahead without any white uniforms in the area. They will go out along the end line for a goal kick. Vanny. Angela Katai, yesterday's goal scorer, stepping forward and launching a shot just clear. Wise of the Ottawa Capital United goaltender Tessa Ritchie to make sure that that shot was going wide, touching her hand to the crossbar. But Katai just off the mark with her first shot on net here. 19 minutes in to Ontario Cup Championship action. Dirksen with Wong. Now Dirksen looking way up head to Kabongo. That pass off target. There's Krupix. Krupix playing at the University of Oakland. starting 7 of 16 games in the past year. Third on the team in goals with 2. And a shot here. Wonderful save there made by Tessa Ritchie. With the first shot actually on net. Krupik's actually competed on the Polish University women's soccer team in the Summer World University Games, the Universiad of 2015. A through ball now for Cabango, and that will be offside with Vanny being further from the net than Cabango, sliding in behind the defender. And we have reached the heat weather timeout here on a hot, humid day in Oshawa. We'll be right back with more Ontario Cup soccer right after this. Welcome back, everyone. Back underway. Action here from the Oshawa Civic Stadium. And on the hot, humid day that we're experiencing in southern Ontario, players taking a break to refuel themselves for a moment. But we are back to action now. With a substitution about to be made. It will be Chanel Vanning checking out, as well as Claudia Krupik of the University of Oakland. So 2 fresh bodies here, 25 minutes into this Ontario Cup Championship matchup. Sarah Lewicki for the Burlington Bayhawks continues to chase around Ottawa Capital United defenders, forechecking, getting deep into the offensive end. And now it's Cabango. chasing away the fresh substitution in Tierney Dunham. Here's Lewicki throwing on the brakes there at midfield. Now LaFrance through mid. Looking to switch to the other side here. That pass won't be completed, but the good shot, solid in from yesterday's goal scorer, Angela Kataya. Tessa Ritchie being forced to make a stop there on Angela Kataya, trying to score her third goal in just 2 days. Touched out along the far sideline by Emily Copeland-Dinan. And a chance now for Burlington, and they will bury the opportunity. Burlington taking advantage of every opportunity, controlling tempo, ball possession thus far, and now getting a mark on the scoreboard as it was number 17, Sarah Lewicki. Lewicki, as I said earlier, from Florida Gulf Coast University. As a freshman in 2013, appeared in 18 games, starting 13 times.
Ladies and gentlemen, Burlington goal scored by number 17.
Now getting in behind the defense and nearly being able to pick up her own scoring opportunity is Sydney Braun McLeod from James Madison. But Sarah Lewicki with the goal gives the Burlington Bayhawks a 1-0 lead here, 28 minutes in. It's Vanessa L. Asmir trying to fight her way through midfield. There's Jenny Wong. Now Lewicki looking ahead for Kataya. And Kataya very nearly able to keep that in play. There will be a goal kick for Tessa Ritchie. Nikita Schofield through midfield. Being supported there by Grafham and LaFrance. Chopped into the center. And there's Kabangu coming back trying to support. Grafham gathers and repurposes this Burlington Bayhawks offense. And has already been able to put a mark behind the goaltender for the Ottawa Capital United. Amanda Bowles has also checked in for the Burlington Bayhawks. Bowles playing with the Dalhousie Tigers in the Atlantic University Sport Conference, studying kinesiology. Bowles to throw in. Finds Madeline Greep in the long shot, raising up and away from Nikita Schofield from about 35 yards out. Jolene Wong on the defensive end for Ottawa Capital United. Some substitutions have begun to warm up. For both sides. A nice takeaway there by the Bayhawks. And a foul will be called against Kataya, University of Texas El Paso veteran. Too aggressive there. Capital United pressing forward now. Emily Copeland-Dinan ahead with Kabangu and Sydney Braun-McLeod. Braun-McLeod watching Bowles out on the short side. Kabangu giving chase to Keegan Colley. And Tierney Dunham down the sideline to Graffam. And out along the far sideline. That pass just past the outstretched legs of Braun McLeod. Substitutions that were warming up are prepared to check in. It will be Sarah Lewicki, the goal scorer, making her way to the sideline. And the long pass, stretching about 50 yards, trying to find streaking Ottawa forward. Rolls harmlessly towards the end line as the Burlington Bayhawks goaltender has not really been challenged thus far. One good chance for Kabangu. On a through ball she was not able to reach. But Burlington in firm control of this match right now, with a 1-0 lead. and Bubbles will be happy to pass that backwards. Capital United, Kabangu trying to chop that into the far corner, unable to. And good pressure put on there by Vanessa Germano. Germano of the Carleton Ravens with the solid hustle play there for Capital United, trying to create possible corner kick, forcing the issue for Mackenzie Stacy, defender on the back end. As it's now Kataya again. Nice step around there by LaFrance, being chased down by Germano. Now Kabangu, possible 3-on-2, just loses the touch. And it's Graffam. Watch closely down that far sideline. Emily Copeland and on back now. Tessa Ritchie coming out, sliding to the ground to take that away. Head coaches for each team. Ottawa Capital United led by Raz El Asmir and Neil Schofield leading the Burlington Bayhawks. Touched on nicely there. It's Sydney Braun-McLeod back to force the issue for the Burlington Bayhawks. Now moving through midfield, it's Vanessa Alismere. Bowles able to knock that away. Now Braun-McLeod in a race, which she will concede to Tierney Dunham. And a foul and a card given here to Germano. Of the Carleton Ravens. So a card given to Capital United, and it's Graffam along that far sideline. Germano back to turn that around. Keegan Colley ahead to LaFrance. And a foul on Capital United here as Burlington continues to hold a 1-0 lead in the 42nd minute of action. In this Ontario Cup Championship matchup between the Bayhawks and Capital United. Now Germano jumping forward, tipping that away. Had to force it strongly to keep it away from the defender's touch, but too strong, and a wasted opportunity there on a good read by Germano. Trying to jump up and create some offense. Dangerous play again in their own defensive end, which cost them the first goal for Capital United. As giving chase is the goal scorer, Sarah Lewicki. Having success chasing around Capital United players in their own end earlier. Florida Gulf Coast student athlete. Continuing to do so. Might be rewarded, never know. Graffam working alongside Schofield. In that back end. And kicked off of Graffam's leg. It will remain Capital United possession as we have reached injury time here. Free kick from the 40-yard line for Capital United. Low line drive. Going into the legs of Jenny Wong. Bangu very nearly getting a chance to cross that ball into the box, but knocked away. Chopped high in the air off the corner kick and nicely removed by the Burlington Bay Hawks' Michelle Denley. Lewicki into the corner. Back up top, crossed into the box. Two Burlington forwards there, but on the far side. But now an opportunity. Sloppy play in their own end again for Capital United. And that will be the half. A 1-0 lead for the Burlington Bay Hawks. We'll be back to more Ontario Cup Women's Soccer U21 action after the halftime break. Welcome back, everyone, to Ontario Soccer Association action. This is the Ontario Cup U21 Women's Division. And a matchup between the Burlington Bayhawks and Ottawa Capital United. The Bayhawks wearing the gold tops, Ottawa Capital United wearing the white tops and blue shorts. And as it stands right now, behind the goal by Sarah Lewicki, the Burlington Bayhawks have a 1-0 lead. Chopped ahead, Ottawa Capital United, sitting back in their 4-4-3 alignment. Alice Muir in her own end. Chopping that around the edge is Charant. Now it's Griffin. Pressing forward on Vanessa Germano, who had a yellow card in the first half. Bowles has re-entered the game. At halftime, number 3 on the defensive back of these Burlington Bayhawks. On the right wing, she's going against Sydney Braun-McLeod right now on a run down the left side, just out of the reach of Braun-McLeod. The wind kicking up here at the Oshawa Civic Stadium. It's been rather gusty all day, but picking up throughout the afternoon. And a nice through ball here as it's Kabangu. Stopped there by Keegan Colley and turned back. The shade covers that the teams were using over their benches actually being dismantled right now by the OSA staff and volunteers because the wind is too much for them. I know that excites our photographers here at the OSA. Pass down the left sideline there by Sarah Ferrano. Intended for Angela Katia. Is not completed, but now Burlington back on top of the ball. Tierney Dunham on the back half with Graffam. Now around to Ferrano. Gets another chance, crosses it into the box, and waiting on the far side. Madeline Grebe trying to get involved. There's Charant. Jolene Wong. Kabangu giving chase, and it will be Ottawa Capital United possession. Emily Copeland-Dineen putting the ball in play. Kabangu forcing the issue there for Tierney Dunham. Touches the ball out, and it will be just a throw-in. Kabangu in the short corner. Back out to Wong. Wong crosses it into the box off the foot of the waiting Vanessa L. Asmir. Mackenzie Stacy on the back end here for Burlington. Taking that pass away. It does look like some dark clouds rolling into the area along with that increased wind. Noticeable change from the first half to the second right now. And Ottawa Capital United struggling to get out of their own end. As of right now, it's Kabangu being stepped around there. And a nice play by Krupix. Swung down towards the goal. And out along the far sideline, it will be Amanda Bowles. Bringing the ball back into play. Sarah Lewicki, the goal scorer from today's game, is on the field as of right now. In case you're wondering how these teams got into this position, the Burlington Bayhawks, a 4-1 win over Waterloo United. And then a 3-2 win yesterday on this field right here over the North Mississauga Panthers. It was Angela Kataya, number 4, who's working in the offensive end right now, with the goal just minutes in, opening the scoring. And Burlington continues to apply pressure now, as looking for help on the backside with Sarah Ferrano. But the pass never came in time. And a nice through ball there. Good speed down that left side. Here's Sidney Braun McLeod from James Madison. Passed off. The shot is up in near the net and taken away off the goal line by the Burlington Bayhawks. A great chance there. The speed. A wonderful pass down the sideline to Braun McLeod, who has another chance now. Turning back in transition and chopping that one just up and over the crossbar. So two fantastic chances for Ottawa Capital United right now. Is the catalyst of this offense, Sidney Braun McLeod, creating two chances, maybe a third to come, as they now have a corner. Emily Copeland-Denon as well on that last play, allowing the pass to go through her legs instead of touching it, creating the wide open shot for Jenny Wong. Corner coming in now. And well saved there. As Ottawa Capital United creating their first true scoring opportunities of the second half. Nice run there onside is Kabangu. Now Greffam. And Kataya lingering there again for the Burlington Bayhawks as they start to close in. Sarah Ferrano and Kataya on this left side for Burlington alongside the goal scorer in Lewicki. And a nice pass out wide there. Now a run down the left side. Taken away by Braun McLeod. She was making her way near the 18-yard box. Greffam through the middle of the defense for Kataya, loses control. And Germano. Kabangu battling on the backside. As Germano earns the foul there from Claudia Krupix. And the rain beginning to come down here. Right about the 60-minute mark in the second half. And Kabangu now breaking in the backside. Able to get her foot on that. And the goal is good on the turnover from the Burlington Bayhawks as they continue to create their own problems. Kabangu slipping in, using her power. And no sooner does the goal go in than some larger rain starts to fall here. But a 1-1 score now after the goal by Ariel Kabangu for Ottawa Capital United.
Go ahead, Ann. Suck it up! Capital United goal scored by number 8, Ariel Kabangu.
Shot crossed into the box there. Intended for Sarah Ferrano, who found her way in behind the defense. Not able to be controlled and turned away by the Ottawa Capital United goaltender. Now chopping that ahead is Angela Kataya, yesterday's goal scorer. A corner awarded. Kataya originally turning to the official hoping for a contact-related call, but it was Malat Charant back for Ottawa Capital United. Turning away Kataya. Through midfield now, Emily Copeland-Deneen. Attacked there by Kataya. There's Germano. And Ottawa Capital United starting to settle in now after Burlington controlling possession and tempo for the majority of that first half and really the first 55 minutes or so. But onside there was Germano, but chased away. Down the left side now, Braun McLeod. Watched by Bowles, as she has been much of the match. There's Germano streaking in. And on 2 bounces, the pass goes off side of the foot, and a substitution will be made here for the Burlington Bayhawks. It will be number 8, Nikita Schofield, making her way out of the game. And a hydration break taken, and we will take a break as well. We'll be right back to more Ontario Cup soccer action right after this. In the 68th minute of Ontario Soccer Association action. I am Marshall Ferguson, guiding you through the day's action in Ontario Cup Championships. We've already awarded 2 to the U18 men and women, and just about 20 minutes away from naming a U21 women's champion, with the U21 men's game to follow soon after. Expect to get some heavy rain in about 10 minutes time here, but in the meantime, play continues. And a foul there. Earning possession are Burlington. Shot just wide there. As Burlington starting to push back now late in this second half. And it will be a goal kick. through midfield, Burlington. And a collision there. Possession will go to Ottawa Capital United. It's Emily Copeland Denon coming back from her midfield position. Get involved on the defensive end, and that pass will be much too far for Sydney Braun-McLeod. Braun-McLeod giving chase for a moment. (1-1) the score. The second half goal by Ottawa Capital United after Sarah Lewicki scoring in the first half for the Burlington Bayhawks.
Nice ball.
Now it's Braun-McLeod down the left side. Solid defensive play there, challenging her. The Burlington Bayhawks winning each of the last two U21 women's championships here in the Ontario Cup. Trying to win their third straight. They are all knotted up at 1 as of right now. Here's LaFrance. And that pass off the feet of Kataya. Ferrano alongside Lewicki, and now through midfield is Krupix. Advantage was going to be played by our referee, but after there was no advantage to play, it will remain Burlington Bayhawks possession. France crossing to the box. Lots of yellow uniforms in a scoring position right now. Kamangu at midfield looking for support. Now crossed out wide. Here's Emily Copeland Denon. Shoots it right into the feet of Krupix. And now a long stretch pass down the left side. Kataya breaking in, challenged by the goalkeeper. And a save. Unable to get the ball off the ground was Kataya, breaking in all alone. Had time to slow herself down, gather, and try and raise it over the goalkeeper, but unable to do so. Attempted move to go between the legs there of the defender by Emily Copeland-Denon. And Kataya looks a bit tired right now. The goal scored 2 of them yesterday, and the near opportunity today. Trying to stay involved, Sarah Ferrano. Having that pass go out off of her. Long losing her balance, trying to keep the ball in play. It'll be Krupix alongside LaFrance and Tierney Dunham at midfield, moving the ball around until losing possession on the long stretch pass. Shot up and away, and now an incomplete pass looking for Ferrano. Kabangu with free time at midfield now, breaking in at the 30, and just loses control in front of Griffin. And a foul called there on Sarah Lewicki. Move there by Charant through midfield. Kabangu. Kabangu harassed there by LaFrance. And Kataya will be called for the foul there. And a yellow card awarded. Challenged by Angela Kataya. Less than 10 minutes until stoppage time now.
Let's go, Burlington!
A 1-1 game nearing the 82nd minute of action.
Forward!
And LaFrance finds Kataya. Back to LaFrance. Lots of room to work with here for Burlington. Now out wide to Kataya. Crossing that in. 4 white uniforms before anyone in gold available. serve rolling into the area. It's Burlington. And the Bayhawks try to push back, unable to complete the pass. Ottawa Capital United pressing forward. There's Germano with a yellow card of her own to go with Kataya's of Burlington now. So each team with one player receiving a yellow card. Chipped ahead off the leg of Alexa Dirksen. And the ambitious shot there coming from Angela Kataya, who continues to stay aggressive here for the Burlington Bayhawks as they're trying to win their third straight U21 Ontario Cup Championship. Crossed into the box, and on the backside of the 85th minute. And as the thunder rolls, the Bayhawks make some noise of their own here. Bringing the crowd alive, so 4 minutes in stoppage time now. All that's left available. For Ottawa Capital United to notch an equalizer. They've already done it once. It was Claudia Krupix.
Ladies and gentlemen, Burlington goal scored by number 16, Claudia Krupix.
Claudia Krupix, who spoken about earlier, competed on the Polish University women's soccer team in the Summer World University Games, the Universiade 2015. Getting the goal here to put Burlington up 1. And a long shot curled in there. As now Ottawa Capital United will need to press forward. Burlington and Gresham. Through ball now with Kataya racing up to be in support. Chopped just wide of the goal. Kataya and the Bayhawks doing their best now to just eat clock. And here's Lewicki getting the steal off of Wong. Back to Kataya. The defender ran into the referee, giving Kataya an extra second to gather herself. And it's Ferrano. Back to LaFrance.
Get back, get back!
30 seconds now until extra time. And Kataya. Alongside Ferrano. That's Krupix through the middle. Pass back and cleared away. Now a chance. If it can be saved inbounds, which it is, by Sidney Braun McLeod down that left wing. Extra time is in session. With the throw from the goaltender to LaFrance and Ferrano. And Ferrano called for the foul. It is Emily Copeland-Denon absorbing the contact and moving forward. Capital United now in extra time, pressing everyone forward. The goaltender, the only player back, as goalie looks back at the bench to make sure that that's what head coach Raz El-Asmir wants. A substitution coming in now. It will be Ferrano checking out of the matchup, eating some more clock. And Kabangu being charged with the foul there. Won the lead here for the Burlington Bayhawks. And that is the match. The Burlington Bayhawks, off of a late goal by Claudia Krupix, win their third straight U21 Ontario Cup. Only one championship left to be decided today. It is the U21 men's matchup, which is coming to you after the medal ceremony here, with a scheduled kickoff around 5:30 p.m. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back with more Ontario Cup soccer after this break.